Yeah.
And then here's the Gleyber audio. See, it's only 40 seconds long.
Shortstop moving forward or not, we're going to evaluate all. In terms of Gleyber, is our shortstop moving forward or not, we're going to evaluate all circumstances that best fit us. He's currently our shortstop. The answer to that question is yes. I think he's capable of better defense in this young, early year of his career, not year, but of his career. And we will, again, game plan, discuss with all parties involved, and if we feel something is a better way to go, then obviously we'll discuss that. But as of right now, whatever we currently have that we're controlled is what is our best option. And if suggestions come our way from pro scouting or analytics or development or our field manager and immediate coaching staff, then we'll evaluate those as the process would warrant. That was
the most shocking answer for me when we were watching this live. Gary, it's as bad as it gets, and he lost the starting job. So to say it's a competition is fine.
Makes sense.
But man, I thought they were going to give Gleyber a little leeway here, a little like COVID season, a little small sample size, a little we still think he has the talent in him to be an everyday starting shortstop, a little nudge, and not really any nudges there. He opened up with like, we need to evaluate it, and Gleyber had a bad season at short. And if something arises that we think will be better, we will definitely discuss it. I was like, whoa. I fully agree. Again, I don't think Gleyber can play shortstop in MLB. I felt the same way every time a routine play was hit to him, like, oh my God. Like we would yell on the live stream, like, make the throw, Gley, make the throw, Gley. And that is not how you should watch routine plays. But that answer... And that answer, Jake, is why now everyone is just spinning with ideas of, like, that's why we're getting the trade Voit articles. That's why we're getting the trade Gio articles, because everyone wants to bring DJ back, but they also want to move Gleyber off of short. So then does DJ go to third? Does DJ go to first? It's the infield cycle is, because the only mainstays in my mind are Voit at first and Gio at third. And then how do you do it?
Yeah, and this one is where you and I differ a little bit. But again, it's me not being so deep into the tea leaves. I think Cashman is leaving the door open, which I think he has to do for a lot of reasons this offseason, and we'll get into the money stuff at the end a little bit. Gleyber was not good at shortstop this year. And, short sample, injuries, blah, blah, blah. He does say in there, he's young, he's talented, he's our shortstop as of now. And, the way you say that could be, that could be changing very soon. Plays in the hole, almost seemed like a wash. Turning double plays this whole year was bizarre. Like, I think that's also one of, like, if there's any weakness of DJ's defense, it might be turning double plays, just because, I don't know, the common second baseman that turns double plays is 5'10" and twisted. DJ's a little longer. He's kind of got some limbs on him. And I don't know, we felt the impact of that with Gio Urshela, blah, blah, blah. I'm interested to see. I'm flip a coin on it, which again, great take, Jake. I think they're unfortunately going to let things outside of baseball dictate what happens. What
are you flipping a coin on?
I think if Cashman gets a thumbs up to bring back DJ LeMahieu, I think Gleyber Torres is the starting shortstop.
I agree.
If he doesn't get the thumbs up to bring back DJ LeMahieu, I think that opens up options. I think. If
DJ's not coming back, I think Gleyber goes to short. I think the only way Gleyber stays at shortstop is if DJ comes back.
Yeah, which I think there's a good chance of. But I guess that's why I'm saying it's 50-50, because I'm 50-50 on DJ. I just don't know if Cashman's going to get that Caesar thumb or not from the Steinbrenners, because we've hinted at their money stuff all year, and we just don't know. We've told you guys a little bit. The COVID, Steinbrenners got hit the most because their only business is the Yankees, blah, blah, blah.
And Hal came out, and in Hal's press conference, one of the first things he said was, like, we were hit worse than any other team in MLB, which is what we've been saying that we heard. And some people were saying, like, they don't know anything. And they're like, well, Hal said it, so eat shit.
Yeah.
We got sources over here on Talkin Yanks.
Eat 2 bugs about it.
But no, when the owner makes it a point in his press conference to say, we lost the most money out of any team in MLB, like someone, I showed that to someone, and they were like, well, he didn't say they weren't going to spend. And I'm like, well, you don't tell your kids you have zero money and then buy them the best dollhouse in Toys R Us.
Yeah, I think I was going, somebody lost their job and lost all their investments. You don't go buy a new house. Like, it's, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see. And yet again, they are the Yankees. They are the Steinbrenners. I think they do want to get under the threshold. I think there's been some hints at that. And I saw people doing some turkey math on the internet. And it kind of makes sense, right? If they didn't make any money and if you're not going to spend, you might as well reset it so you can kind of go. And again, it ties into this whole weird thing about, this is supposed to be the Yankees window and some bad things have happened. And now with COVID, has it changed everything? And whoa, starts getting heavy on you. I'm interested to see, do the Steinbrenners tell them you get to pick one of DJ and Tanaka? Do the Steinbrenners say, you get DJ, that's it, figure out the rest? What are the rules? Is it neither? Is it none? And that's where things get funky, but I do believe they care about Gleyber a little bit to the point of like, say, we've alluded to, a smaller free agent, a Jose Iglesias who hit for the Orioles this year. Do you give him shortstop and Tyler Wade's involved? Do you tell him he's competing over there? And then have you now kind of made Gleyber shot because he's lost the starting shortstop job to Iglesias and Wade? I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts. I'm interested to see because for me, it just ties into the Yankees' plans, and I have no idea. Say Steinbrenner says, you've got $15 million to spend on an infielder, and they miss out on DJ. Would that bring someone like Didi back into play? Someone we're familiar with, someone that thrives with a short porch. And then, they
just give like a blanket budget. We got $20 million this year. Spend it however you think's best.
You'd assume so, and I think $20 million, the people that were calculating the math online, it's around $20 million after arbitration, and you do a couple, the moves that are going to happen. So again, think about that, people. You want, everyone asking for Trevor Bauer, asking for LeMahieu. That $20 million might not be the number. So that's where things get a little scary coming into this offseason.